Good morning and welcome. This is TMI Socials and I am Anwoluwapo Stevens. I better still call me a social media butterfly. Over the weekend it was quite a drama on social media. Well, it kicks out in Rivers State where the Minister of the FCT and former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike on Thursday night confirmed that the political rift between him and Governor Siminalayi Fubara has been resolved following a peace meeting brokered by President Bola Tinubu in Abuja. While speaking to journalists after the closed-door meeting at the presidential villa in Abuja, Wike said both camps had reached a final agreement to end hostilities and work in unity. Anyway, let's listen to him.
Glory that today is the 26th of June 2025, that peace has finally returned to the state. We all agreed to work together with the governor, and the governor also agreed to work together with all of us who are members of the same political family. Yes, just like humans, you have a disagreement, and then you also have a time to also settle your disagreement, and that has been finally.
Now let's also listen to Siminalayi Fubara to hear his own side of the story.
For me, it's very important that this day has come to be. What we need for the progress of Rivers State is peace. And by the special grace of God this night, with the help of Mr. President and the agreement of the leaders of the state, including our leader, peace has returned in Rivers State. We'll do everything within our power to make sure that we sustain it this time around. For me, it's very important that this day has come to.
Well, safe to say that all eyes are on Rivers State at this point. To move over to tweets and reaction, let's see what netizens have been saying online. Well, this one says, Fubara looks helpless. Chai. Another user on Instagram responding says, lies and lies. Fubara cannot survive these men. He would have just resigned because now the only thing he will be allowed to do is to sign document. Well, away from that, still on the political shenanigans in Nigeria, a deputy national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Ali Bukar Dalori, has replaced Abdullahi Ganduje as the national chairman of the party. Well, he is acting as the national chairman of the party following the resignation of ex-Kano Governor Ganduje as the party chairman on Thursday. Well, Marcus said President Tinubu directed Dalori to assume the position of acting national chairman pending the meeting of the National Executive Committee of the party to be summoned immediately to fill the vacancy created by the resignation. Over the weekend, we also saw Senator George Akume trending, saying he's the new party chairman, but the presidency had to come out to debunk that news. Let's move over to the moment when it all happened.
Do solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the All Progressive Congress APC, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the All Progressive Congress APC.
Interesting times ahead of 2027 election. Let's move over to tweet and reaction. We'll start off with this user who says, what are they planning? Gandola will never resign voluntarily. Something is cooking here. Obedient, shine your eyes. Well, another user responding on this one says, Ganduje resigned to replace Shatima as vice president in 2027 and give room for Kwankwaso and Kano State Governor to join APC. The game is the game. Well, away from that, we'll move over to Delta State, Nigeria, where the Delta State Police Command has warned the residents that indecent dressing will attract penalties under the State Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law. Well, according to them, according to the post made on X, individuals found guilty of indecent dressing risks a fine of 50,000 naira. or a sentence of community service. And trust social media to be bubbling on this. We'll move over to a couple of reactions real quickly. Well, Vino Sky Orin X says, what about Delta policemen that are used to wearing dirty clothes? What is their fine? Another user responding says, somebody that wore shorts and top to do early morning jogging, will that be classified as indecent dressing too? I have seen people clothed in similar clothes as the one you posted above, who wears them for jogging or morning runs. Some tennis players wear similar clothes too. Will you classify them as indecent dressing? Well, the Delta State Police Command should come and clarify some of these issues. Well, meanwhile, in Abia State, a commercial tricycle rider in the state has received praise from Nigerians after returning 4 million naira mistakenly left behind in his tricycle by a passenger. Now, in a viral video from the scene, the passenger was seen praying for the rider, who was holding the bundles of cash, as people surrounded them and praised him for his integrity. This said passenger is said to be a Cameroonian. Well, let's take a look.
1 naira. Don't take 1 naira. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm 1 naira. Manager for 4 million again.
Imagine returning 4 million naira in Nigeria. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll move over to a couple of reactions, or 2 reactions maybe on this. This user says, not all Nigerians are bad. We still have God-fearing men and women in this country. Absolutely. I think I'm one of them. Well, another user finally says, why are you carrying 4 million naira cash and you still got so carried away that you forgot it? In 2025, everyone in market takes transfer. Well, it's better safe than sorry. Anyway, that's how we wrap up TMI Socials this morning. Big shout out to you for being a part of the show. Thank you so much. I am Anuoluwapo Stevens. From all of us on This Morning on ITV, Lagos, Abuja, and right here in the Delta State, please stay safe.